Let's move now to number 2. The University of North Florida has won the last 2 regular season championships. Can they make it 3? Their head coach is Matthew Driscoll. Matthew, give us an idea what you need to do to be able to win a 3rd straight crown.
Well, first of all, it's an honor to be here. We're entering our 8th season, which is amazing to think that we've been here that long. And, you know, to do something that's not been done in 6 years when Belmont did it, and have an opportunity to do something that hasn't been done in 20 years when the great coach John Crest did it at the College of Charleston, win 3 or more straight championships. It's an exciting time for us. It's different, but it's the same. And that's kind of how we've approached it. We've lost over 4,000 points, yet we still have 4 starters back, which is kind of strange when you think, well, really, Coach, if I look at last year's roster, we only count 3. But when you add Romello Banks, who wasn't able to play last year for us because of an injury, you're talking about 4 guys that have started a lot of games and have played a lot of minutes and have a lot of experience. And then you throw in a guy like Aaron Bottiger, who's the 8th best shooter in the history of the league. And last year, believe it or not, in a trivia question, you probably miss it, he actually led the league in 3-point shooting last year coming off the bench. So there are some really, really fine pieces in place. When you look at Dallas Moore, preseason player of the year, Chris Davenport, unanimous all-league selection. We have some depth. However, the different part is the part of the newness. The guys that have come aboard, so to speak, junior college transfer, and then a bunch of freshmen who are very, very talented. Some guys that we'll really rely on heavily to give us some great minutes, some scoring, and the ability to continue to build our program like we've always wanted to since the very, very beginning. However, like you guys know, a lot of the mid-major publications have selected our league as the toughest league in America from top to bottom. And you look at last year, I mean, it was 3 teams tied for 2nd, 2 teams tied for 3rd, and if everybody shook it up a little bit different, went a little Yahtzee, we could have 4 or 5 teams that tied for 1st place. And it's going to be an exciting year in the Atlantic Sun.
Out of league, you get to host Florida and the University of Miami. What does that mean to your program?
Well, you know, first of all, we're the only team in the league that plays 6 Power 5 teams. And then you don't consider, and America doesn't consider, but UConn is about as Power 5 as they come. They've won more championships than a lot of Power 5 teams. And when you have those 7 guys on your schedule, and you add other teams as well, too, it really gives you an understanding. It gives you an insight. It gives you some clarity as you go into the conference season starting January 7th at Jacksonville. So because of that non-conference slate, we've always done it ever since we've been here. And it's a double-edged sword. We do it from a monetary aspect because we have to. It's something that we have to do for our athletic program and for a lot of good reasons. And then secondly, we do it because our guys like playing against that kind of talent, those kind of names. But the greatest blessing this year is we do get 2 of them at home. Miami comes to our house and Florida comes to our house. So it'll be great to have this arena filled again, to have those kind of teams finally coming here to play us.
The University of North Florida and their head coach, Matthew Driscoll. Again, as you can see, they've got the Player of the Year back in Dallas Moore, and they open on the road at Auburn on November 11th.